back to Todd Family Farm. We are tiling today again. So if you've been following along with the series, the tiling machine has been down for the count. Like the conveyor belt was completely messed up, but Dad has been working on that. So he got that back up and running. Hopefully we're going to be testing that out today and see how long it will last.
So, Abby wanted me to, here, I'll take the camera for a second. I'll show you this tiling machine. So, we've had it for, I don't know how long, but there's a Chevy gasoline engine in there, inline 6. What is that, a 350? So, the engine is gas, and then there's actually 4 transmissions on this thing. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, actually, that's the transfer case. So that's the main 1, 2, 3, 4 transmissions here. Okay, so inline 3, and then we got it up here and transfer case, and 4 transmissions, gasoline engine that runs this. The wheel runs off of the first transmission, so you can put that in first, and then those. So you put it in like one. If you put it in first gear, you just come super creeping. But you can then up this to second gear or 4th gear, and yeah, it works. So pretty interesting. 4 transmissions. Currently, this conveyor belt is shredded, and you can tell it was wore out. This is a 1970 machine or 1967 or something. So here's our replacement. So I have to fix that. I think this hydraulic motor here is pretty weak. I'm going to have to rebuild that. This hydraulic motor up here, the main hydraulic pump, that's a hydraulic motor. This is a hydraulic pump right here. It's leaking real bad, so we need to rebuild that. So we had 750 foot of she embarrasses so easy. So we had 750 foot of tile we really like to get in, but not going to be able to get that done, are we? So I don't know. But we had a really good fall, and we need to be thankful for how good and what we do have. And you never can get enough done sometimes. And basically, I'm just running this old equipment until it breaks down, and then we'll repair it this winter. So yeah, that's the tiling machine. That's what's wrong with it. I can show you our fertilizer spreader, a new project that is a giant mess. So these things, we've got a nice combine, we've got a nice tractor, we've got some pretty good equipment on our main, what is our bread and butter, our meat and potatoes. We got pretty good equipment, pretty easy to maintain. But then it's this bonus stuff that we don't get to use every year, and that, you know, a lot of people just hire out. But the thing about hiring it out is like, if I wanted to get somebody to come in and tile right now, on most years, he won't come because we have small jobs. Our jobs are harder to do. They go where the big money's at and the easy work is. So we have our own tiling machine. But can we get a $325,000 tiling machine? No. We got that thing. So I understand it's cheaper. It's older. We have to maintain it. It's going to take a lot more work. The skill in operating that, it means a lot, and we know that machine. So there's the burden of having old equipment, but at least we can do it when we have years that we can do it. So same with like the excavator and our dozer. Our dozer is a headache. That excavator currently down there, done a lot of work with it, and the hydraulics started going out. So we have a tech here, probably, I don't know, $1,000 tech bill to diagnose what's going on with the hydraulics, and it's not completely conclusive. I've got to tear apart a regulator and rebuild it, which is real complicated. So there's that mess, but that's only like $300 of parts. Then there's a relief valve that's going out. That's a $1,200 just for a little chunk of metal that big, $1,200. And then if it's the hydraulic pump, if those don't fix it and it's hydraulic pump, it's $12,000. So that's pretty discouraging. But, you know, you start thinking you have a 2 or 3 day job with an excavator hired out now. That's $12,000. it don't take much for them excavators to really, I mean, it's expensive to get one to come work for you. When you ask them, it's going to be 2 or 3 months out anymore. So everybody's overloaded. So if we didn't have that, we wouldn't have anything. So it's just kind of a burden. Sweet and sour. It's a burden and a blessing at the same time. I know it was old when I got it, so I don't expect anybody to pity us when we have to put an undercarriage on it or stuff, or something. Excavating and tiling and is not our mainstay, so I don't expect you to feel sorry for us having a $12,000 hydraulic pump bill here. It's not fun, but it is part of it. It takes the fun out of it. It takes the wind out of your sails for a few days till you embrace the idea. But you know, I know it's an older piece of equipment that's going to take that type of, it's risky and takes that type of maintenance. So I'm not asking you to feel sorry for us, but I'm not stupid when I buy it. I know what we're getting into, and I knew it's going to be a headache. Having said that, oh look, she's found her a cat. Having said that, this in good working order is probably a $7,000 machine, but I bought it on auction. I knew it wasn't in real good working order, and it's I bought it for $1,400. So this is going to be quite the headache. 3 of the drive shafts were bent, so I've ordered the drive shafts. They didn't come out very well. I've been working on it. You can see the mess here. I mean, huge mess. I had to cut it off on the inside. Cut this off. This was this was the shaft that was really bent. I mean, you can see the bend in that shaft. So I hope it's just bent shafts. I don't know how in the world they managed to bend the shafts like this. But it's not rusty at all. I mean, for a fertilizer spreader, this thing is not rusty. It's nice. But, boy, it was bent. This shaft goes through the axle, was bent. That shaft was bent. That, and that go together. So that was bent. That shaft was bent. And then there's a shaft back here was bent. That piece right there goes on the outside, locks it in. That was locked on. So there's a shaft that goes through that axle. There's a shaft that comes in here and goes across to there. And then there's a shaft from here that goes all the way over to here. And it just was not well maintained. And somebody who had no idea what they were doing was trying to fix it. So we have a $7,000 fertilizer spreader as far as this condition, if it were working. We bought it for $1,400. To put a whole bunch of new parts on it, I probably could have spent $1,200 more on it, but I got about $500 worth of shafts and miscellaneous I'm going to put on it and see how well we can get it working. So $1,400, $500. Like I've said in the past, my labor's free. I'm worthless. So 10, 12 hard hours, even 16 or 20 hard hours on this machine times nothing is zero. So $1,400 initial cost, $500 of parts, $1,900. We might come out with a pretty decent working fertilizer spreader. So that's what we're going on. Repairing a bunch of junk, but we're grateful for it. It's our junk. We still love it. So fertilizer spreader, beautiful wife. Fertilizer spreader, tiling machine, and excavator. That's what we're doing.
This is our, should be last tiling project for the year, I think. There's a wet spot here in this field. It's actually like our house and machine shed is right up there. And then is this big 100-acre field where, well, there's a wet spot down here that will get really soft if we get much rain. So we're gonna run a tile up from up here down to the creek. So we have a few small rolls of tile. We already unrolled one and pulled it down there. Now we're gonna unroll the next one. And we have like the whole crew out here. Mom is going to be helping us. And I'm gonna try to get the little ones to record. Sometimes I don't get a lot of footage of actually like doing stuff because I can't record when I'm actually doing stuff. So I'm gonna I have the little ones out here today so they can record, and hopefully we can get some footage of this. We'll see. This is gonna get edited out.
good. I think watching them digging is even more exciting than this. Okay.
Hook the 27 up to it because it's a little bit slimy on top of the ground, so the tiling machine was just spinning, but it seems to be doing pretty good now. Mom and the little ones went and explored the creek, and now they're arriving back out of that, and it takes a while to get this thing set up, but it's finally going. Welcome to an adventure, probably. We came up, we got the third roll of tile unrolled and laid out to where like it's all set up now. So now all that's left to do down there is to run the tiling machine, which is extremely slow and does not require a lot of help. So Dad said we could just head in. So we got up here. Mom has decided that her and I are going to attempt to milk Little Miss Bossy over there. She is named that for a reason. And usually Dad and Mom do it, but I've been decided as the assistant today, so we'll see how this goes. It might be an adventure, but we'll see. The horse is secured in his pen. The cow might be, oh wow, she's excited. Hi, Bossy. Hi. Hi. What a good girl. I was told that the most important part of this whole operation was getting her feed dish in here to the front of her stall without her like running over you. So Mom distracted her with the curry comb and we got it in here. Now she's happy. So we're getting everything set up. Okay, I don't even want to tell you how long that took. It is fine because we got the milking machine going. That thing was a pain.
That's what I was afraid of. That was going to be the hardest part. We got it.
But we got it eventually. Bossy has been absolutely wonderful here. She's just there eating her feed and it's going. Just look at the beautiful scene now. Yeah.
We don't tell Daddy this. We just say, yeah, it took like 10 minutes and we're done and that's great.
Hey, we got it done eventually though. So, anyways, here's our setup and yeah, gonna get this done. Okay. The milking is officially finished. Bossy has been a wonderful sport and we got it done. So.
It's done. There's milk. Good mom milk. She gives like 1 3/4 every day. She won't give that extra pint or so that we need for 2 gallons. And like 1 3/4.
Very neat. There you go, bossy. Gotta go turn the horse loose. He's been very patiently waiting too. Well, mirror buckshot. He had his grain. There you go. Be nice to Bossy.